weeks ago, we were, I live up in North Philly in this big old house. And
North Philly!
Yeah, North Philly. And we were having this concert for this friend of ours. He's from England. He's this kid with these big dreadlocks, and he sings in his like British accent, and he's like does all this stuff. So I'm getting ready for this concert, and I'm cooking, and I'm baking some banana bread and arranging furniture. Nobody's home. I'm getting ready. This kid Dan, he's running late. I hear the doorbell, and I go to answer it, and I open up the door, and it's not Dan. It's this like sort of homeless lady that's sort of addicted to drugs, and this sort of happens up in North Philly. These people sort of knock on your doors, and this is the lady that we knew. Her name is Yvonne. And I said, come on, Yvonne, I don't really have time for you, but whatever, come on in. I mean, it's not funny, she's homeless. But anyway, you know, I really, I love Jesus, I'm trying to follow Jesus. I'm trying to, Jesus would like, you know, help the homeless person out, even if he didn't have time. So I let her in the house, and, you know, basically I get her all right, but I don't have time for her, so I sort of call up the shelter, this, sort of like outreach coordinator place, and they're going to send somebody to pick her up and take her because there was going to be a blizzard that night. It was just a few weeks ago, you probably remember it. But anyway, so fast forward an hour, Dan's finally here with his dreadlocks and his guitar and the drummer. People are starting to get to the house. Yvonne's asleep on the couch, and I get the call saying to have her out on the corner in like 20 minutes. And I'm like, okay, thanks. But, so anyway, I go out on the corner. I just want to get her out of the house. His guests are coming, and I'm like, oh, Vaughn, I'll just stand with you on this corner. So I'm down on the corner of my street, and all of a sudden there's this guy, like, and he's having a hard time breathing there on the corner, and they call, like, a cop, or a cop comes by, and a cop gets out, and they're calling in an ambulance. So I'm sort of standing there with Yvonne, and then all of a sudden the cop says, can I talk to you for a second? And I'm like, sure, and he's like, are you a Temple student? And I go, well, actually not. I graduated like a few months ago, but I want to act like I'm a grown-up. So I'm actually, oh, no, I'm not. He's like, so what are you doing? I'm like, I live here. I'm trying to, you know, just hang out, helping this homeless lady. He's like, no, what the fuck are you doing? And like, at this point, I'm sort of chuckled because I'm thinking the cop's messing around with me. I'm like, no, I'm trying to help this homeless lady. He's like, no, what the fuck are you doing right now? And I'm like, oh, man, he's not joking. And I'm like, no, see, I'm trying to find a job. I mean, like, do I have a life story? And he's like, no, you're out here trying to score drugs, aren't you? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm trying to help a homeless lady. It's not like you help a homeless person, then you get high, or, you know, like, say that to Michael Phelps. Don't say that to me, man. But, so I'm like, no, it's officer, you're gonna have to believe me. He's like, don't bullshit me. Tell me the truth. Just tell me you're trying to buy drugs. I'm like, no, I'm not. He's like, then what was that just 2 seconds ago? You know, signaling your friend over there. I'm like, what is he talking about? And I remember, like, my one friend who lives in my house, this sweet girl, just wanted to make sure I was all right, so stuck her head out the door and gave me a thumbs up. And I gave her a thumbs up back. And I realized the cops at this point is like seeing this thumbs up, and he's also seeing her going, you know, and like Bob Marley music, and I'm like, oh crap, he kind of has a point here. But anyway, he has to like deal with the ambulance. He's like, take it off the corner, and like, so I sort of walk down the street a little bit. And then he's walking back. He's like, where's your house? And I'm like, it's right there. He's like, what's the name of that girl? And he's like, I'm like, Emily Mininer, she's really nice. And like, I'm going up there, I'm like, okay, he's gonna try and correlate the story. Maybe I'll be fine there. I'm like, oh no, wait, what is he gonna see? He's gonna go to this house, and he's gonna talk to Emily, who's gonna like fold like that. And he's gonna see like this big dreadlocked British dude playing music, like some liberal hippie music. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to prison. And like, but I'm like, but that's cool, because like, I'll go to prison in the name of justice. And, you know, I'm like, prison will be fine, like, you know, I'll go there, and like, Morgan Freeman will be there, but I'll teach you a life lesson, son. But no, this is going to be like Oz. I am going to get stabbed. And I'm like, looking, I'm trying to find like a shiv or something to prepare me, and I'm like, oh crap, this isn't working. But anyway, the cop comes back, finally, he's like, okay, your story worked out. He's like, but you have to be careful where you buy your drugs. And I'm like, you're not even like, he's like, I deal with you kids all the time. You buying your drugs off the street here, you're going to get mugged and beat up. I'm like, okay, officer, just get out of here. And he leaves, the people come and pick up homeless lady Yvonne. I'm standing there in this corner, I'm just like, man. And I'm like, Jesus, like, seriously, did this happen to you when you helped homeless people? And then I sort of picture Jesus wearing his white robe, his long flowing hair, his beard, and his like early Birkenstock sandals. He's like, dude, all the time. Thanks, have a good night.